Wildcat Live is a student-produced publication. All content and editorial decisions are made by the staff and do not reflect the views of West Johnston High School or Johnston County Schools.
Good morning, I'm Abby Presley.
And I'm Brandon Wiggins, welcoming you to this week's episode of Wildcat Live. You know, the girls' soccer team is one of the most supported teams we have here because they go out and they fight, and they've been really good for the last few years. Madison Bell talked with Madison Covey about the upcoming season.
Madison Covey, one of the captains of the girls' varsity soccer team, talked with us about how she thinks the season will progress and the players on the team.
I think the team this season will be pretty well. I think we'll win conference again. It'll be a little bit harder this year against Garner and Clayton, but I think we'll go undefeated in conference. We only lost 2 people last year, so the returning team is pretty much the same. We only gained 3 new people and they're freshmen. There's 6 seniors on the team: Elena, Heather, Taylor, Kristen, Becky, and Kayla. Literally, the team is like a family, and we laugh so much together, and every day is so much fun.
Madison also discussed the preparation for the first game and about coming to future games.
We only had 3 days of practice before the first game because of weather and tryouts and not having a coach at first and everything. A lot of people go to Big Steve's before the games, and we on the bus we always sing and dance and stuff, and it gets everyone really excited to play. The first game was here. We played Triple S and we won 9-0. The Mercy ruled them sometime in the second half. Everyone come to the soccer games. It's really fun and you'll have a good time.
I'm Madison Bell, Wildcat Live.
Thanks, Madison. Our excellence extends further than the soccer field. Our very own Miss Collins won Teacher of the Week on WRAL.
Katherine sat down with Mrs. Collins and discussed her award and what it means to her.
WRAL recognized West for its academic achievements. Mrs. Collins won Teacher of the Week.
Good morning, Miss Collins. Yeah, where's Miss Collins?
Gosh.
Oh, there she is. Hang on a second, guys. We have an announcement to make here. Real important. Come up here, Miss Collins. Come on. I guess I want you guys to put your hands together for WRL's Teacher of the Week. Congratulations.
I teach 2 sections of Algebra 2 and 1 section of AP Calculus. I love it. I can't imagine doing anything else. I love interacting with students. I like it when they're successful. I want to create an environment where they can be successful. The other part that I like almost as much is creating activities and doing things different ways, that make learning fun, or at least I hope they make it fun. I think being creative, being organized, and really knowing your content, not just teaching from a book, but really understanding what you're teaching and understanding how to explain it to students.
Lauren Hermaine, a student, spoke with us about Mrs. Collins and her teaching.
She really is a great teacher. She puts a lot of time into what she does, and she'll help you with anything you need. Well, you can tell Ms. Collins she's really passionate about what she does. She puts a lot of time into her teaching, and she really understands the way in which we need to learn things.
I'm Katherine Sorrell, Wildcat Live.
Thanks, Katherine.
This week on Wildcats on the Street, we asked you guys about your biggest pet peeves.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
When I'm walking in the hallway and I get behind a group of 4 Spice Girls and they walk really, really slow for a good 100 yards or so. It's really frustrating.
My biggest pet peeve is when people put dirty napkins on plates of food.
When people stop in the middle of the hallways and you walk into them, I can't stand that. That's ridiculous.
It'd have to be on the 3D card changing things, and if people take their fingernail and they scratch on it, that just annoys me so much.
Okay, mine, I'm going first. Yeah, I go first. So mine is when couples kiss in the hallway, right in front of you, trying to get to class, I'm all for going to class early.
Being disgusting.
Yes, and they just eat each other's face. Like, I don't want to see y'all eat each other's face.
And my biggest pet peeve is when somebody be like, "Are you mad?" or "No." Like, that's so stupid. Like,
Are you salty? Or nah? Why your lip trembling? Why your lip trembling?
My biggest pet peeve is when I lose in 2K to my friends.
After a little delay, Noah Merkousko met up with the ASL students at Bojangles.
On Monday, March 10th, the ASL class met at Bojangles to practice their sign language and have dinner. Ms. Swag tells us more about the evening.
Silent dinner is when a group of students from our school, we've also had some from some of the community colleges in the area, come together for about 2 hours just to practice their signs and really just use it in a real life situation. This allows them to talk about their friends, talk about sports, talk about things going on at home, not just what our current unit topic is on. It also gives us the chance to expose to the community around us to sign language. I did it a lot in college and it was a good experience for me, and so I knew it would be a good experience for them. I enjoy probably all the laughs. We have a really good time, we love hanging out, and they have really caught on to how to tell a funny story in sign language. As a teacher, it allows me to see, hey, I'm actually reaching these kids and they're actually learning the language and they're falling in love with it as much as I am. And I just love seeing that passion in their faces. Anyone is welcome as long as they understand the purpose and goal is obviously to use sign language and to not use their voice.
Megan Mills, a sophomore, tells us more about her experience.
The purpose is to learn more and learn how to communicate with others without using your voice at all. It benefits me is I get to learn more like signs, more than just what we learn in class. What I enjoy most is hanging out with friends and learning more and communicating.
I'm Noah Merkousko, Wildcat Live.
Last but not least, the Mr. West Jay Pageant is coming up soon. Erik Beene gave us a sneak peek.
In a few weeks, West will host its first male pageant. We sat down with Miss Bonilla, one of the event's sponsors, to find out what makes Mr. West Jay and what categories the 15 contestants will have to compete in.
Well, Beanie, personality, fashion, athleticism, charm, basically a man's man. Not only will they be competing in casual wear, athletic wear, evening wear, we have a best legs competition, best smile, most photogenic, Mr. Congeniality, all-around people's choice, and of course the crown.
Besides being a man's man, the winner is rewarded with other prizes.
Mr. West Jay not only wins the title, which is really a big deal, the first ever Mr. West Jay. You get a crown, you get a sash, you get a gift certificate out, take your girl out for an evening, and you get, tickets to the movies. And we're going to donate money to that sport or that club.
So ladies, we know you've been wondering who's single, so Miss Bonilla enlightened us on the subject.
Who is single? Is Raheem single? I think Raheem is. Xavier. Jake Strickland is not. So y'all calm down. He is off limits. Who else is single? John Atherholt, he has a pretty smile too, ladies, just so you know.
I'm Erik Beene, Wildcat Live.
Surprised you weren't nominated, Brandon.
Yeah, you too. If you have any story ideas for upcoming stories, email us at wjhs.wildcatlive@gmail.com. I'm Brandon Wiggins.
And I'm Abby Presley. Thank you and have a great day.
For upcoming stories, email us at
Shut the heck up. No, you're supposed to say that.
Erik Beene gave a sneak peek at the election.
What?
Thanks, Abby. You too. Thanks, Erik. If you have any ideas for upcoming stories...
It was so good. Okay, that's going in the...
No, it's not.